Hey everybody, Stephanie Balcom here, and I am excited to get my YouTube channel back up and going. I've been talking about for the last really few years that I'm gonna start filming, and all that stuff, but I have not taken the time or set aside the time to really just turn my camera on and start talking. And sometimes we try to wait until things are perfect to start doing whatever we want to do or whatever we believe God wants us to do, but I'm just gonna do it. Like, as you can see, my background is not perfect. I actually just moved a couple weeks ago to this new beautiful space, and so I'm super excited about that. Excuse some of the mess. You see I have a box over here and stuff on my table over here and stuff in the background. There's actually a ladder right there, but guess what? I didn't come here to do perfect stuff. I came here on purpose. So I just want to share a little bit of my testimony about how all of this happened with my new place. So I lived in my old apartment for 5 years. Can't believe it was 5 years. And I just felt that it was time. I really was supposed to move after the 4th year, but I was like, you know what? I'll just stay here. Rent only went up by a few dollars. But I knew that I was supposed to move. And so I said the 5th year, last year, so many signs, it was time to go. And the space was just too small. So I'm also a business owner. I own an apparel line and lifestyle brand for nannies called Nanny Tees. And I also own a nanny placement agency, the Matoto Agency. I do some business consulting, classes, one-on-one. I do a whole bunch of stuff, but it's all for God's glory and to serve other people. And so with that, I just needed more space. And so I started my apartment hunt. Actually, I really didn't start looking until January of this year. My lease ended March 21st of this year, and I didn't start looking until January, which is fine. I mean, there's plenty of places in Dallas. I mean, Dallas has thousands of apartment communities, so I can literally just take my pick. But with that, I wanted to make sure it's a place that I was comfortable, that I am comfortable with, where I felt safe. I'm single right now in this season, and I was like, I'm by myself. I want to make sure that I feel safe. So definitely want a place that can store all my business stuff to where I didn't feel like I was living in a warehouse. I'm grateful for where I was. I felt really safe where I was before, but it was just time. It was time. So make a long story shorter, I probably looked at about 10 apartments, 10 or 11. And then I found a place actually north of me, and I filled out the application, was approved in like a week. I was ready to go, but I didn't really have a sense of peace about it. So of course, when I don't have peace, I pray. I'm like, God, wherever you want me to live, I'm gonna live. I know that you'll put peace in my spirit, but this place is really, really nice, and I had everything I needed, but it was just a little further north from me. And so got approved. I was all set to go. 2 days after I got approved for that place, we had a big ice storm here in Dallas, and literally the whole city was shut down. People's pipes were bursting. People had no water. Power was out, and it was just crazy. And it just so happened that apartment that I was approved for caught on fire. Now, the apartment sat on 2 sides of the street, and so it was huge. And it just so where the apartment unit that I was going to rent was where the fire happened. Literally, if you drive past where the fire happened, my apartment unit was on the 1st floor. So you could see the doors open, you could see where they were airing out the unit. And so they said, well, the apartment won't be ready for 3 to 5 months. I didn't have 3 to 5 months, but thank God I got all my fees refunded and everything. And I was like, all right, Lord, well, that obviously wasn't the place. But what's so crazy is I had shared my apartment tour in my Instagram stories. And when I went to go look at that place, I said, oh, I know I'm not moving here, but I was just supposed to meet that leasing agent. So I had already said I wasn't moving there, but why did I apply anyway? Because I don't know, but thank God for refunds. We thank God for refunds, and got that back. And I ended up applying at the place across the street. I mean, they had these amazing deals. They were like, girl, we'll give you 8 weeks free. We're gonna give you some free storage, because they were like, anybody who was affected by the fire, you could, get some incentives. Now, even though I had not moved in yet, they were like, well, the guy that was leasing me at the time was like, we're still gonna hook you up. I was like, okay. So filled out the application, got approved. I was all good. But something in my spirit was like, this ain't it, Steph. This is not it. So fast forward to 1 week before my lease is up. My sister comes into town and she's helping me pack and everything. And I'm like, Jess, there's something I have no peace in my heart, like about this place. And literally I was heavy in my spirit the first like 12 to 15 days of March. I was like, I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about this place, but I don't think I'm supposed to live there. So my sister comes in town and I take her to a few other spots, knowing that I was already approved for the place in Frisco. I was like, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? And then I brought her to this spot and she was like, oh yeah, this is nice, right? And so, which was the second time I came. Now, even before that, a friend called me and was driving by and he was like, I think you should look at these places. These are really, really nice. So I get online and all that. And I actually go in to look at these places about a week and a half before my lease ends. And so I was like, oh, they're nice, but I didn't apply or anything. So anyway, back to my sister coming in town. I took her around to a few places, including the one in Frisco, I'll say it, Frisco, where I just didn't have peace about. And I was like, I could just live here for a year. It's nice or whatever. And go down and talk to the office. And they're like, okay, we're going to send you your welcome home letter. Everything's ready to go. Your place has been cleaned. We're putting a new oven in there. And I was like, okay, okay. And then she starts to read me all the, they put in the freebies. You get this discount. And it didn't line up with what the guy had told me. And so I was like, well, he told me I was getting 8 weeks free and I was gonna get some storage and this, that, and the other. And then they come back to me, they said, well, unfortunately, he no longer works here. As of today, he no longer works here. And it's crazy because I had texted him the day before and I was like, hey, I wanna bring my sister in. And he's like, yeah, cool, come. So between that time I sent the text and to the day I went in to view it, he had been let go. And so I was like, okay, and still what they were giving me was nice, but I just didn't have peace. And so, of course, I'm praying and I'm like, Lord, I don't want to live there. I don't. And I feel like the changing of everything, was my confirmation that that wasn't it. And so I got another confirmation through another friend. I was like, maybe I should just try this other place. And actually, my sister was like, you should just rent at the other place, this place. I was like, just out the blue, she just says it. And I was like, maybe I should. And then run into another friend and she's like, yeah, you should just get that place. And when they said it, it just made sense because it was between this one, the far one in Frisco that I really didn't really like, and another one. And where I am now is just like, it's like perfect. And so I applied for this place on Wednesday before my lease was up. Got approved Thursday and got my keys on Friday. So literally this whole process took less than 48 hours. I was approved in less than 24 hours. And to move in here was cheaper than what it was at the place in Frisco and another place that I was considering. And it's not just the price, but it was just like, I felt peace with applying at this place and everything was going right. Like nothing changed. And actually, the rent was a little bit less than what they originally quoted me. So I'm saving, I get more space, and it's just perfect. And so I'm just grateful to God for number one, prayer. I thank God for discernment because God will really put stuff in your spirit when something is not right. If something is not right, you need to go with that feeling and ask him to show you. One of my prayers lately has been, God, just show me how, order my steps, show me. And he did. And let me tell you this. I remember I was on the phone with two of my friends and I was like, I had the place in Frisco all ready to go. The second place that did not catch on fire. I said, if God gives me this certain amount of money, I'm going to apply to a new place. That next day, I had received an email from something that I was a part of that I got paid to do. And they're like, oh, we're sending you an extra this amount of money. And it was literally the amount that I had said that if God gave me, I would apply at this new place. I don't know about y'all, but God listens to my prayers and he answers prayers. And when you ask him, he'll answer. He will. He may answer in a different way that you may not expect, but he's going to answer your prayers. So that is my testimony that literally, 4 days before my lease ends, I applied a new place, get approved, and then get the keys. And I'm just so grateful that I didn't give in and live at the place where I really didn't want to live in the first place. Like, I feel like God cares about those little things. You know, people be like, God don't speak that much. God don't talk to everything. He don't really, yes, he does. And well, in my life, he does. I want God involved in everything that I do. I want God involved in all of my decisions. I want God involved in all of my contracts. I want God involved in my love life. I want God involved in my education. I want God involved in everything, especially where I live. And I love it. I love where I live. Like, I absolutely love it. I feel safe. I said that I didn't want to live too far south. I wanted to stay on the north side. I wanted to stay on the north side. I wanted to have more space. I wanted a place with nice lighting. I wanted an island. It's back there. And matter of fact, let me take this time. I'm gonna show y'all my new space in another video. So I'm gonna show y'all my whole journey because I have it on video. But God literally has blown my mind. I said I wanted a bathtub, a big garden tub. I got it. I wanted a bigger closet. Listen, the closet I have is like huge. It's amazing. I'm grateful. I wanted to be in a nice location. Like, I'm literally off the highway in between like 2-3 of the biggest highways that I need to in Dallas. I'm not far from my printers. I'm not far from my friends and family. Like, God just worked it out. And all I did was ask. All I did was ask. So that is my apartment testimony, y'all. I'm going to be sharing my decor journey. I'm going to be sharing some hauls when I go out and go shopping. I really want to make this place a beautiful place and not just a warehouse. I don't want it to look like my office. Now, I plan on creating an office space because I do work from home. And sometimes I go out in the city and sit at coffee shops and things like that. But I really want to make this house beautiful and a place of peace. You know, I've had a few friends over and they love it, and I want to entertain. I just want to, you know, want it to be an extension of me. So I'm excited. I got rid of my couch. I didn't bring my couch here, so I'm going to be doing some couch hunting. I'll take you guys on that adventure. I need to get a new headboard. Like, I'm just going to redo the whole place, and I'm just super excited. We may paint the walls. Like, it's going to be great. So thank you for listening to my testimony. My goal is to upload 1 video a week if I can help it, 1 to 2 maybe. I don't know. But anyway, let me know if y'all have any ideas for decor, if you have any resources. I'll definitely be at Home Goods, Ross, Marshalls, Target, Amazon, all that good stuff. So I'm excited about the makeover, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.